This is how I failed in 2024. It is absolutely freezing on this dog walk. Does not feel like 3 degrees at all. Now, even though last year, 2024, was a great year, to be fair, from a coaching point of view, from a work point of view, there are definitely things that you probably noticed that I fucked up on. Goals that I did not hit. Although it's nice to share the ones that you hit, I think people, myself included, are pretty poor at sharing the ones that you don't. And I definitely missed some of those goals last year. And on a few of them, I didn't just miss them, I failed miserably. So failure number 1, I set myself the goal of putting out a podcast episode every single week of 2024. And we didn't do it. Which, if you do listen to the podcast Fish in a Rice Cake, which I still think is a brilliant name, you probably will have noticed that it just went silent for a good few months. But yeah, we did pretty well. We got 63 episodes out back to back from 2023 into 2024. But from October onwards, with the arrival of my daughter Lilo and a few work events that came up, it just meant that I, more than Jake, to be fair, didn't have the time to get across to the podcast studio where we normally film them in Manchester to record some episodes, edit them up and send them out. So from about the end of September onwards until literally just before Christmas in December, we put out 0 podcast episodes. We missed it, we dropped the ball, we didn't get an episode out every single week, which was a big fail. Okay, failure number 2. Now, an even bigger failure was number 2, which was the aim to get out 1 challenge with Jake on YouTube every month and 1 vlog by myself on YouTube every month. So the goal was 24 YouTube videos last year. I think in total we did around 4 challenges. Phone's just fallen out of my pocket. And I think I did about 6 vlogs. So out of the 24 videos that was the goal, I did about 10. Yeah. Not great. Not great at all. Go on, you can pick that up. You can easily pick that up. Come on, this is what we've trained for. No, where are you going? Where are you going? Don't give me that look. Fine. Have it your way. And the weird thing is that those first 2 fails, the missed podcast episodes and the missed YouTube videos, like, they are some of the most fun things that we do. Like, me and Jake, both together and by ourselves, genuinely really enjoy making them and trying to come up with ideas of what we're going to talk about or what we're going to film about, especially for challenges, which, even though we didn't do many of the ones we did, were, we thought, brilliant. Should definitely have more views than they do, but there you go. So the fact that those were the things that we actually fell behind on was purely just down to time, largely, and also maybe making excuses, just a lack of effort and drive on certainly my end to get them done. But it's definitely something that we are going to aim to improve on this year. So I have set some goals, 3 big goals for 2025, but I'm going to get out this fucking cold weather, get back home and tell you what they are there, because honestly, holding this camera, my hand is absolutely frozen. That shouldn't be in the shot. I swear this normally looks smoother when other people do it on YouTube. Transition definitely worked. What are my big 3 goals for 2025? So I did sit down over Christmas and I mapped out how I wanted this year to look, what the most important things are gonna be for me to aim to try and achieve, and also how I was gonna try and avoid the pitfalls of last year with not posting enough in terms of podcasts and YouTube and things like that. So there's about 6 to 8 goals that I've actually mapped out for the year as a whole, but I'm gonna go through the top 3 now. So number 1 is pretty much this. It's these things here, the photo shoots. Last year, I managed to take about 37 people through that photo shoot process, dieting them down and getting them into the best shape of their lives to go and do a photo shoot, whether it was by themselves or as part of some of the big group shoots that we do, which was the biggest and busiest year that I've had yet. This year, we want to take that 1 step further. So the big goal for this year is to try and get 50 photo shoot results. Now that is a pretty big jump and it's a pretty big goal. And in all honesty, these photo shoot results, as much as we talk about them, they're probably only maybe 30 to 40% of our total results and clients that we work with throughout the entire year. We have tons of clients we work with getting arguably just as impressive results. They're just not photo shoots. They might just be fat loss for a holiday, for a wedding, just for general life. They might be competing in the sport, whatever it is. But specifically for what we do with the photo shoots, I want to try and get 50 people through a photo shoot process this year. So goal number 2 this year is to speak at 2 more events. So last November, a few months ago, me and Jake spoke at a business event, just basically giving a talk on how we've got to where we are right now in our coaching business, what we deem the most important things are when it comes to coaching, and just all around how we've done that really. And it was great. I did a full vlog of the day in case you haven't seen it yet. That's up on the channel. But I thought I'd be really nervous for the day, and I wasn't. I didn't expect to enjoy giving the talk as much as I did. I feel like we did a reasonable job. I'm not saying we're great at it. It's our first dose of public speaking. But we really enjoyed it, and it's something that this year we want to push and pursue even more. So we want to be able to talk at least 2 more events, whether that's talking about the same topic. We might improve the talk that we gave previously, or it might be a different talk altogether. We don't know yet, but we want to try and talk at least 2 events this year and sort of have that practice again of public speaking and addressing a room of, I think it was about 150 people last time, something like that. So whether it's that big, whether it's slightly smaller, whether it's even bigger, whatever it is, I genuinely just really enjoyed giving a talk. Like, came off that stage feeling like that was class. I want to do it again. So that's goal number 2, is to do that another, at least hopefully 2 times this year. Now, what is on for today? It's leg day, so we are doing hip abductors, we've got barbell back squat, we've got leg extension, a seated hamstring curl, walking lunges, and standing calf raises. Yay for me. Don't know what it is at the minute, just not looking forward to leg days at all. But they need to get done. So let's go and get this boxed off and get back home. Do you know what the worst part of training legs is? It's the fucking stage you've got to walk down to get out the gym afterwards. Honestly, murder. Absolute murder. But at least that's another one done for a few days. I've got a second leg session at the weekend, and it's Friday now, so I'm kind of chasing my tail a little bit. I've got legs again on Sunday, so that's going to be fun. Whew, okay. Home time, shower, cereal, goal number 3. Fucking hell. Okay, so I feel like that was a better transition. Probably beat the one from before, or maybe not. Maybe I just need to stop doing them all together and trying to look fancy with my transitions and filming and actually just film something. But goal number 3, this one should be pretty obvious considering what I've been speaking about for the most part, but it is to do more podcasts and more of these. What I am going to do is just aim to double last year's numbers with regards to YouTube anyway, because even though last year we didn't do a podcast every week, we still probably did about 40-ish episodes, maybe 30-40 episodes. We're not going to get 60 to 80 episodes out this year. I already know that ain't going to happen, and we don't need to as well. So what the goal is going to be for this year is to do at least 20 YouTube videos, which are going to be a combination of these style vlogs, a bit more about my training, especially when I'm going through a dieting phase soon. I'm going to do a little bit of a mini series on week to week what that diet looks like, the changes that we see, how I'm going about it, the free resource that I have that I give away to people. I'm going to use that myself. So my 6-week soft to shredded, I'm going to be using that myself to get lean. And then also as well, the challenges that I'm going to be doing with Jake. So the different food challenge, the more entertaining, to be honest, the stuff that you really give a shit about, the stuff that you come to watch, the actual entertaining stuff where we take on different challenges, whether it is to do a 10K food challenge or the hottest wings in the world like we did last year or something like that. We're going to be doing those as often as we can. So we want to get 20 videos done and out this year on the channel. And then the aim for the podcast, to be honest, is just to do at least 2 a month. So we do have a number-based one with that, but it's much more attainable. So that is going to be the big goal for this year. So we've got goal number 1, 50 photo shoot results, alongside just continuing to work with the rest of my client, the majority of my clientele, where it's getting in shape for weddings, for holidays, all that kind of stuff, building muscle tissue, hitting PBs on squats, deadlifts, all that kind of thing. Got goal number 2, which is going to be to talk at 2 more events, which we really want to push for. And goal number 3, to do more podcast and YouTube content. Those are the 3 big things that I am putting out there now to you to keep me accountable to, that is what I want to get out of this year. Those are the big 3 goals. And if I don't do it, I'll have to think of a forfeit. You can call me out on it. I'll think of in fact, if I don't do it, if I don't get out a couple of podcast episodes a month and at least 20 YouTube videos by December, comment below what you want the forfeit to be. I'll do it. Fuck it. I'll get Jake to do it as well. We'll rope him in because he's part of this. We'll both do a forfeit. You tell us what you want that forfeit to be. Literally could be anything. Legal, anything legal, I should add, and we'll do it if we don't get the videos out. So that is how I failed last year. That is how I'm going to try and do better this year. So yeah, nothing more to say really. So like, subscribe, all that stuff. Jake will get annoyed if I forget to say that thing again. Like, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. And with that, I will see you in the next video.